Word on the street is this thing sucks. So join me as we take a look at this Seiko in all of her details, all of the accessories. We're gonna do some posing along the way and of course, do some upgrades. So stick around. But first, of course, we have to review it and see if it really does suck. But that just seems to be the consensus anyway. If it's anything like the other two, yeah, not great out of the box. But this is a great show, so I'm going to buy all of them, and I do have the regular Okarun on pre-order. Hopefully that thing is decent, I guess. Now, if you've been following the channel with the DanDaDan reviews, then you know that everything basically needs an upgrade, and I've done that for Okarun and Momo. So this will be a two-parter. Eventually, I will have some soft goods from TotsActionFigures, which you need to pre-order right now. So if you can, just hit him up, send him a DM, he'll make an invoice for you, and you can get what you want. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because the part 2 of this series will be Seiko with the Crazy Figure body and all of the soft good options that I get from Tots. But it's a new season, it's a new theme song, and it's a new figure. So let's check out Seiko. If you flip open both flaps, you got instructions to tell you how to do all the things with the stuff. And one of the most important things, it seems, is whatever's happening right there with the dragon's claw and then her glasses, of course, which you can choose to use or not use. Where do I put this? Now, when I originally saw images of this thing online, I thought that she was a little short, but I guess based on like size comparisons of the anime, they are the same size. And by they, I mean her and Momo. So the figures should be about the same size, like this. And then that is accurate. I always assumed for some reason that she was taller. She just has the energy of being taller, I guess. The face sculpt on this thing is kind of crazy. This whole figure already just seems really basic and plain. Her legs have a little bit more shine to them than I would like for an action figure. Yeah, first instant is not great. Oh boy, but it's kind of crazy that without glasses, how much younger she looks. There she is, everyone's favorite grandma. How does a grandmother look like this? Are we ever gonna find the answers? I guess you could read the manga. That's probably in there anyway. Anyway, let's move on. In my previous review of Momo, there is well, this is actually just a pretty basic upgrade. You can get this, I'll try to put a link in the description where you change all the plastic parts to soft goods, but this is Tots. Tots does incredible work, and this is using the Crazy Figure female body. It's great. I have a full video breakdown on how to do this and many of his outfits, so we're gonna do something a little similar today, but we don't have all Tots things, so we're gonna do the next best thing. But we're here at least to look at this thing, so let's zoom in and take a look at all of these accessories. Up first, we have the bat, the infamous bat. Regards to the details, I mean, it's pretty basic. It is from an anime, so I mean, is it inspired by that or the manga? Now, I for some reason was thinking that this had the version where you could put like, maybe I'm thinking of Tots post where he had like custom things, but her like pencil or chalk piece in the end of that thing. Oh well, guess that's not a factor here, but whatever. It's an important weapon for her. On by default, she's got just these, well, I don't know. I wouldn't really call them fists. Not punching hands, they're just closed hands, which is pretty common for some anime things. Now there's something that's also very inaccurate about her. And if you know, you know, okay? So don't judge me. I'm just saying it's not accurate to the show. And we have an alternate set of, cupping hands? What are these going to be used for? Holding the bat maybe in one hand? No, because I think that's what these are. Or these are just relaxed, I don't know. We're getting some pretty basic, kind of interesting options here. And hey, if you're enjoying this video and you're on a mobile device, why not hit that hype button? Up next, we have a couple of grippy hands. So these are closed off gripping hands, which means whatever you put in there, you're gonna have to use like a very specific item. So the bat pops apart, and that would have been in the instructions if I would have actually paid attention. So there you go. She can grip it, no problem. Of course. Why would there be a problem? And we get a couple of flat palmed hands to do whatever you want. So fighting or whatever you want. And I just said that. Up next, you get tiny, tiny, tiny little cigarettes because she loves to smoke. But this also kind of looks like the chalk pieces that do not fit into the end of this bat. Is there something I'm missing because I'm stupid? These hands that I said could also be used to hold the bat. Let's find out. Yeah, technically you could do that. I think I think this is option C, which is the one that you would use for the cigarette. But kids, don't smoke. Japan just loves cigarettes, so just, you know, don't be like Japan. Wow, these ankles are incredibly loose. This is like really, really bad. This is going to be a serious issue. I do not think that she'll be able to, no, she cannot stand on her own. I mean, she just did, but like, if I get like any particular pose, especially in my posing section, this foot is going to be a major issue. That sucks. Looking at the faceplate that is on by default with the glasses, of course. I mean, it looks fine. It's definitely not one of the best in regards to a likeness of a character. And it's weird because what the heck is SHFiguarts doing? Like, they have some lines where they're absolutely crushing it, and then this line is an absolute not crushing it. Here's the alternate faceplate, which, it does not look good, man. Maybe it's her nose. I don't like putting these glasses on. It's not easy at all. Definitely feels like they're gonna eventually break. Yeah, not the best. Oh boy. How did they not get this? Oh, this is very frustrating. This is so bad. This is what you would think that a third-party figure would be. But third parties are doing so much better than what SHFiguarts does. Here's the third faceplate, and it's just not great. The paint on the lips is kind of weird. And the final faceplate looks like this, which, I mean, at least there's a decent range of expressions. It's not great. All right, let's look at the details of the figure. Oh, this ankle. So the paintwork in the hair is okay. The neck is also a little loose. Like, it's just kind of wobbly. So that is also not good. But, I mean, that likeness is fine. They captured the likeness of hair. Paintwork, all this is fine. It's got the weird elbows that they gave to Momo with these like kind of split things. It's a lot of cuts through there. Luckily, the cuts don't seem as like ridiculous as they did on Momo. The jacket is softer, but it's also so stiff that I don't think you're gonna be able to get much posing out of this thing, like, at all. Like, it would be nice if I could get this part to flip up or something for poses. So there you go. So if you need it in the wind, I guess you can kind of do that. But then they split this, so that looks awful if you're going to have the jacket up in a different pose. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I've been pretty excited to get this figure, but I guess I should have known better. We kind of have some ugly looking knee joints that also feel pretty loose. Like, all this plastic in here feels very cheap. It feels more like some of those model kits that you build and then put together. We'll build it and put together instead of being pre-made. Yeah, I don't know. This is just not great. Let's look at the articulation. Well, the shoes, it's kind of sloppy paint around the toes. Articulation. So she looks down pretty good. She looks up real well. There's some limitations because of where the earrings are going to hit, but there is some range. You just got to be delicate because if you get too much bending on those earrings, I think you could definitely break them. Oh, that's not good. Well, all of this just came apart. I wonder if there's going to be anybody out there making, if it's even possible, to make soft goods specifically for her, where you remove all of this plastic and have like a soft goods jacket. I mean, that might be a decent upgrade, kind of like we did with Momo. So the arms also have that really disgusting thing that they did with Momo with this like massive chunk. Yeah, this is just not a good team. And I'm sorry if for some reason somebody that worked on this thing is watching this video. I hope, I mean, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but this stuff is not good. There's really no range in those shoulders. Despite all of the cuts, you just do not get the range. I hate this. Rotation there, you got whatever elbows. And then some wrist pegs that are going to be okay, but like certainly blocked by the sleeves. Body articulation, I don't even know. I mean, she can't crunch or really do anything despite having that. She can just twist. We have some leg articulation that goes out barely. Can kick up because of that. I mean, what are we even doing here? This is such a weird setup of cut pieces and joints. Like, this is... I assume if Figma makes this, they're going to do soft goods because they learned their lesson with Momo after watching the SHFiguarts version. Oh, that just popped apart? See, this is like super cheap. This is what you get from like $20 figures. I can't believe the knee just popped apart. Ugh, God. Okay, so there's whatever. The really disgusting ankles. One of the best features, though, is the fact that she does what like the Luffy figure does from One Piece, where the sandal has articulation. All right, so not good. It's worse than I thought, to be honest. How can I get an upgrade that I deserve? We can do the Crazy Figure option, I'm sure. That's going to be what TotsActionFigures stuff is using. And then we have this body, which this is the Hasuki body. This was a Shrine Maiden by default, and it came with a bunch of stuff like this. And that's going to also be helpful if you want to kind of somewhat recreate some scenes from Season 2. But thanks to the One Cam on Instagram for sending over this information that you can take the Hasuki body. And I do have a full review based on doing this with April, by the way. Now, according to the One Cam, you can take this default body and put this head onto it. So we're gonna find out what part has to come out. Is it the ball joint from here or from here? There it is. Wow. So yeah, remove the little tiny joint from this body, and then you could just snap this head into it, and wow, there we go. Well, it's already, it's already so much better than this turd. In the images he sent me, you can swap over the entire ankle and foot, which is awesome. Downside is it's got that crappy joint, so I'm curious if there's a way to just do the foot itself. Oh, see, this sucks. Everything's falling apart like cheap third-party garbage. And again, most third party is good. Technically, you can put just the foot over onto the Hasuki pegs. They are just a little different, but yeah, it's not technically long enough. But that is an option. So if you're having the ankle issues like I am with this turd, then doing this swap might be a better call. So there we go. We got Seiko O'Neill reporting live from Japan to tell you about the kappas. So I will do swaps of that, and then I will try the Crazy Figure body. It works, so the Crazy Figure is definitely going to be the right option. I mean, it's just, this is another one of those where it sucks because you have to buy this kind of expensive Seiko and then build a different version of her. This is definitely going to be the right way to do it. So I'll have some B-roll where all of this is kind of put together properly to show you the options. The downside will be the feet will not be able to transfer over from the figure, but we will have a lot of other options and some clothing options to kind of give this one, I don't know, a better look. And the difference, God, Momo has a gigantic face compared to Seiko. Look at that. Seiko on the left, Momo on the right. And for some height comparisons, in regular form, we have Momo, Okarun, Bert, and Alice by Figma. Then we have Momo with the Crazy Figure body, Hasuki versus SHFiguarts, and of course, Seiko with the Crazy Figure body. And both of these are the Crazy Figure body, regular Momo, Okarun, then Seiko with the Hasuki body, and the Momo Crazy Figure, Okarun, regular Momo, and Crazy Figure with the Hasuki body. Two incredible options that are super easy to do. The alternative is to buy just the Crazy Figure body, hit up the people that Tots showed off for the custom head sculpt and paint, and just go that route. Probably cheaper. And while I got you here, check out these upgrade options for Momo. So whichever version of Momo you're gonna have, you now have these hand effects. These are created by Tristan Miller, and you can follow his 3D Cults website or follow him over on Instagram and just see all the incredible work he's doing, like this Superman that I desperately want to be a real figure now, and hopefully Mattel goes that direction. Anyway, so you can download his file from the 3D Cults website, print out these hands. Now these were printed out by Abasai 3D Forge, who did the smoke effects you can see in the posing segments. Great sculpt work on his end, and then these are 3D printed using whatever this crazy technology is. And then they have stand options, so you have these bases he made, came with these pulls, plug those in, and then you would just plug in whatever hand you want. Like that. Which is awesome. So now you can have an awesome setup, a cool display with actual like Momo effects that we all should have gotten in the box from SHFiguarts. But you know what? whatever. We got them now. Very, very nicely done. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see some more upgrades like the Momo clothing options, then click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.